Hey everybody, I'm Brad. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to do a bloom, and I'm going to be doing it on a 10-inch round. This one's a little dirty. I scraped one that didn't turn out the way I thought it would. So instead of wasting a canvas, we'll just paint over it again. But what I want to do is I have changed the pouring medium a little bit, and I've also changed my pillow paint. If you've watched the last few videos, you know that I always talk about that I always use Glidden semi-gloss, their Glidden premium line. Well, I started having some kind of wonky issues with the way the paints were drying, and I talked to a couple of people and I decided to switch my pillow paint out. So I went with the Glidden premium still, but I'm doing the Satin this time. I also changed, I've always used polyacrylic, the Minwax polyacrylic for my pouring medium, and I've used it since I've started using so many pigments to disperse the pigment in and to make my pouring medium in. And some of the problems I was having, I wasn't sure if it possibly could have been used or caused by the polyacrylic. So I bit the bullet and I bought a few bottles of the Josonia gloss varnish, and I gotta tell you, I've been real happy. I did a couple of tests and I think they turned out pretty good. That was the one I did, I don't know, maybe a week ago, and then I did another one yesterday afternoon just playing around with some colors, and I think they both turned out pretty good. So I wanted to try one actually on a canvas, and I haven't ever done a bloom. I went back looking through all my finished artwork, and I've never done a bloom on a round canvas. I've done swipes and some abstract stuff, but I've never done a bloom. So I had this canvas laying around. I didn't want it to go to waste, so I thought I would go ahead and try a bloom on a round canvas, see if I can get it to spread out, you know, to cover the whole thing. And so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. If it works, fantastic. If not, we'll scrape it off. We'll do something else with it. So for the colors today in this one, I'm going to use Liquitex Basics Cadmium Yellow. I'm going to use a Black Diamond Pigments Sterling Orange, which is a new color I haven't used before. Then I have a custom gold orange that is made up of probably 4 or 5 different colors, and I really don't remember. I mixed this up for one I did probably 2-3 months ago. And I wrote it down at the time I mixed it, but I have no idea what I did with that piece of paper. So just, it's a custom orange. It's got some red in it. It's got some orange in it. It's got some deco art, 24 karat gold in it to give it the sparkle, and a couple other colors. Then I'll be using a Black Diamond Pigment Firebrick Red, which is another new one for me. Then Liquitex Basics Fluorescent Pink. Then Black Diamond Pigment Iridescent Blue, which I have used a couple times. I love that color. And then I'll finish that off with one of my favorite colors, Pebeo Iridescent Blue Green. I just think that is such a cool color. Then for my cell activators, I'm going to do something a little different, and I did it in that second test, and I really like how it turned out. I am actually going to use 2 cell activators. The first one is going to be Amsterdam's Greenish Blue. And then on top of that, I will do the Amsterdam Titanium White. In the little test piece I did, I thought it was pretty cool. A lot of the lacing, you can actually see 3 colors because it picked up some of the Pebeo blue-green. And then you have the darker color with the greenish blue from the Amsterdam product, and then the white vein down the middle. So I thought that was pretty cool. I hope that turns out on this bigger one. That would be a really cool one to, you know, if it turns out well, to get resined up and hang that up in my office as well. Or if somebody wants to buy it, maybe we'll sell it. Anyway, I'm going to get all set up, get my paints mixed up, make sure my consistencies are good, and I'll bring you back in when I get all that done. Okay, I've got my pillow down. Let's get started. First color is going to be the Liquitex Basics Cadmium Yellow, which is a really, really bright yellow if you haven't used it before. but it looks really neat on blooms as a base color. It comes through some of the other colors and almost gives like a fire effect. Then the next color is going to be Black Diamond Pigments. This is sterling orange. It's kind of a light pink color. I hope this is showing up in the camera better. I added a new light. I just wasn't happy with the lighting. A lot of my colors showed up kind of weird on the video, so I added a new light, and hopefully that fixes that problem. But we'll find out when we go to edit this one. Then this is the custom orange I talked about. I really like this color, and I have to find my notes because it is just a really, really neat color. Get some of that on there. Hopefully I get enough paint for this bigger canvas and it spreads out right. This is Black Diamond Pigments Firebrick Red, which is a very pinkish red, but it's got a really great shimmer to it. I've been real happy with these Black Diamond Pigments since I started using them. They have some really cool colors. Their chameleons are fun to use. Their ghost pigments are amazing. I've got about, maybe 95 different colors from them, and I'm trying to work through them. This is the Liquitex Basics Neon Pink, kind of a bubblegum pink, but I like using this one. When you want a bright color in there, this is a fun one to add. And it works well with some of the other colors. So we'll get some of that down. Black Diamond Pigments Iridescent Blue is a gorgeous color. It reminds me of a sapphire blue from some of the other lines. But the shimmer and the shine in this is just amazing. And it holds its color so well when it dries. And then when you hit it with resin after it dries, oh my Lord, is it a gorgeous color. So I like trying to work that into a lot of my paintings. I live about 3 blocks away from the beach, and if you notice, a lot of my paintings kind of have that beachy theme. I like a lot of blues and greens, and you know, I'm real inspired by where I live. This is the Pebeo Iridescent Blue-Green, which I really need to find some time and sit down and go through their colors and order some more. I've been real happy since I got this one. And the cell activators, when you use a lot of pigments, I've personally found that I need a tube paint to kind of carry it. And this just works really, really well. All right, let me wipe my hands off a little bit. So our first color for the cell activator is the Amsterdam Greenish Blue. I ordered this by mistake when I was placing an order for Amsterdam paints off of Amazon. But when it came in and I mixed it up, I was just like, holy cow, I like this color. So I wanted to mix it up and see if it'd work, since it's an Amsterdam paint, as a cell activator. And in a couple little tests I've done, I've been pretty dang happy with it. So I figured we'll give it a try on this one and hope for the best. And then our titanium white on top of that. This is a bigger painting, so I got to make sure I get enough cell activator down there, which I hope I've done. All right, let's blow this out and see what happens. little off center, but once that comes back in, we can tilt that a little bit, get that where we want it before we spin. Got some really good cells, some really good lacing. I do see a few small bubbles. I mixed this paint yesterday, but I had to mix it up again for this one, and I have a bad habit of whipping the paint a little bit too much. So let's see if we can't pop some of those little bubbles. Because like I said, I'm hoping this one turns out good enough I can resin and hang it up in my office. From the test piece I did yesterday, I just was really happy with the color combination. And if you look, all that white I had in there has all closed up. The cell activator is working really well. I'm super happy with the way it's working. All right, let me see if I can center this a little bit so we don't throw anything off one way or the other. And let's give this a few spins. See what happens. Whoa, way too much paint. Like I said, I haven't done one of these rounds in a while. I wasn't sure how much pillow, but I obviously used too much, but that's pretty cool. Let that set for a minute. We'll give it a second spin, make sure we get enough paint off of it. I'd like to kind of get some of this off, some of this off, a little bit of this, but I don't want to stretch it out too much and tear the cells apart. Let's give it another little spin. Maybe one back the other way. I'm just worried if I leave too much paint on there, it's going to crack real bad. Yeah, too much paint, too much pillow paint, and really probably not enough, well, maybe enough of the colors, but way too much pillow paint. You can see how much it stretched the cells out and kind of really distorted the colors in it. But, you know, they can't all be masterpieces. It's still a pretty neat painting, and I'll probably keep it. What do y'all think? I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Leave me some comments down there. I always like hearing from everybody, and I try to get back to everybody within a day or two. Like I've said a couple of the other videos, you know, I'll try to answer everybody's comment as fast as I can. And we do appreciate you being here. That keeps me motivated, that keeps the channel going. And we will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for joining today.